A young Bruce Wayne, afraid of bats, falls into an abandoned well filled with bats. An older Bruce Wayne stands over a dead man saying, "You're right, I am vengeance, I am the night. I am Batman!" And this is why we made the video. Now let's begin. When Christian Bale landed the role of Batman, some fans were skeptical. This was mainly because of his portrayal of Patrick Bateman in American Psycho. His appearance as the maniacal serial killer didn't seem like the best preparation for playing the Dark Knight. However, Bale told Total Film magazine that there are similarities between the characters that people don't think about. He said, "They both have problems with authority. They're both very repressed and they both have issues dealing with their father." In the movie, when Bruce is a child, he falls into a well filled with bats. He develops a fear of bats from this experience, which continues until the end of the film when he finally overcomes his fear. There is also a scene in the beginning of the movie where Bruce attends an opera with his parents. During the performance, the actors dressed as bats swoop around the theater. This makes Bruce feel uneasy. He tries to ignore it, but soon he wants to go home. Just then, his dad reassures him that the bats are not real. They are just actors dressed up as bats. Bruce is still not convinced and feels unsafe. Another scene that displays Bruce's fear of bats is when he is being trained by Henry Ducard to become Batman. The scene shows Bruce lying on the ground, unable to move forward because of a blue flower blocking his way. When he asks what the flower is, Ducard tells him, "This is your fear." Bruce replies, "It's just a flower." Then Ducard says, "Many fear what they do not understand." This demonstrates that Bruce's biggest fear is bats. He sees the flower as a bat and doesn't want to go near it. But to become Batman, he must overcome his fear. So he closes his eyes and walks toward the flower. When he touches it, he opens his eyes and realizes it's not a bat, it's just a flower. This shows that facing and accepting his fear allows Bruce to control it. Bruce Wayne was always meant to be a billionaire. In the comics, Bruce became an orphan after his parents were robbed and killed when he was just a baby. But when it came time to make the movie, director Christopher Nolan and producer brother Jonathan decided to make Bruce an adult witness of his parents' murder. Jonathan said, "We wanted to make it more psychological, something that would stay with him as an adult. We thought that witnessing the event would have a much greater impact." This decision was also made because it allowed them to explore Bruce's childhood and show how he developed into the man that eventually became Batman. Christian Bale's Batman is widely regarded as one of the greatest performances in superhero movie history. However, Bale wasn't the first choice to play Batman. During the casting process, the filmmakers considered actor Jake. Director Christopher Nolan met with Gyllenhaal and even sent him the script for him to read, but Gyllenhaal was ultimately rejected. The reason for this was because he couldn't commit to the schedule. Later, Gyllenhaal went on to star in the critically acclaimed movie. If Jake Gyllenhaal had played Batman, we can only wonder how that movie might have turned out. Another casting call that didn't pan out was for the character of Catwoman. Halle Berry was up for the part, but lost out to Anne Hathaway. Berry was already familiar with playing Before appearing in Batman, she starred as Storm in the X-Men movie series, although she didn't get cast in the movie. Berry went on to star in a Catwoman movie of her own in 2004, which received poor reviews from critics. The iconic bat costume worn by Christian Bale was designed by Lindy Hemming. The suit took 6 months to complete and weighed almost 10 pounds. The suit was made of black neoprene Kevlar, which is a heat and abrasion resistant material. The bat ears were crafted from aluminum and EVA foam and attached to a nylon and spandex headpiece. The costume was practical, allowing Bale to move easily and perform stunts without restriction. In the movie, Batman fights Bane in a large chamber. The fight takes place in the middle of a storm, making the fight even more intense. The scene was shot on a soundstage and the rain was created by a sprinkler system installed above the set. The fight itself was choreographed by David Leitch, who is known for his work on the John Wick series. The destruction of Gotham City was filmed in a small town called Bishop Auckland in County Durham, England. The town was chosen because its architecture resembled that of Gotham. To make the town look like it was under siege, the crew brought in bulldozers, cranes and trucks to create the illusion of a destroyed city. They also use smoke machines and pyrotechnics to add to the atmosphere. One of the most memorable lines in the movie is when Batman tells Harvey Dent, "Why do we do the things we do? Why do you help people? Why do you sacrifice? Why do you risk everything?" Dent responds, "Because that's who I am." This line explores the nature of heroism and selflessness. It also emphasizes the importance of helping others, even if it comes at a personal cost. Batman is asking Dent to consider why he puts himself in harm's way to save people. He recognizes that Dent's actions are driven by his desire to make a difference in the world. Even though it might be dangerous, Dent's response reveals his unwavering commitment to justice and compassion. He understands that his identity is intertwined with his actions, and that saving lives is what defines him. This exchange highlights the complexity of the characters and the moral dilemmas they face. Throughout the film, Batman grapples with the idea of vengeance. In the beginning, he is consumed with the desire to kill those responsible for his parents' death. However, as the story progresses, he realizes that killing is not the answer. This is evident in the scene where he confronts Joe Chill, the man who killed his parents. Despite having the opportunity to avenge his parents' deaths, Batman chooses not to kill Chill. Instead, he lets the police arrest Chill, demonstrating that Batman believes in the justice system and that killing is not part of his code. This decision reflects Batman's struggle with his inner demons and his commitment to upholding justice. By resisting the urge for vengeance, Batman shows that he is evolving as a hero. In the movie, there is a romantic subplot between Bruce Wayne and Rachel Dawes. Their relationship adds a layer of complexity to Bruce's character, showing that he is not just driven by vengeance. However, their relationship is doomed from the start. Rachel is attracted to Bruce's alter ego, Batman, and finds him too distant and cold as Bruce. The fact that Bruce keeps his identity a secret from Rachel creates a rift between them and ultimately leads to the demise of their relationship. This serves to highlight Bruce's internal conflict between his two identities and the sacrifices he makes to protect Gotham City. The ending of the movie is both tragic and hopeful. Batman defeats the villain, but at a great cost. Harvey Dent is disfigured and mentally unstable, and Rachel Dawes dies. Despite these losses, Batman emerges as a symbol of hope for Gotham City. He is seen driving through the streets in the Batmobile, letting the citizens know that he is there to protect them. This final scene suggests that Batman will continue to fight for justice, even if it means sacrificing his own happiness. Batman Begins is a complex and thought-provoking movie that explores themes of vengeance, justice, and selflessness. The film's examination of Bruce Wayne's psychological journey as he becomes Batman is particularly noteworthy. The performances by Christian Bale, Liam Neeson, and Michael Caine are outstanding, bringing depth and nuance to their character. Batman Begins is a superhero movie that goes beyond the typical genre conventions, offering a compelling look into the mind of a troubled hero. Well, folks, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay safe